This week starts the three haftarahs, the three haftarahs that precede, 3 weeks that precede Tisha B'Av. Right after Shavuos B'Tammuz, we begin the 3, and then followed by the 7, the Shiva de Nechemta, and then Shabbat Shuvah. So from now, for the next 11 weeks, we're not reading haftarahs that are directly connected with the parsha, although sometimes there are connections, but they're all connected with the theme of the Churban HaBayis, of the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash. At first the 3 warning haftarahs, it's called, and then the 7 nechemta of when Hashem consoles us. Most of it's from Yeshayahu. But here we start with Divrei Yirmiyahu and Chilkiyahu. It's right at the beginning of Sefer Yirmiyahu. Yirmiyahu is the prophet who lived during the Churban Beis HaMikdash, and he warns Klal Yisrael what's going to happen. But interesting enough, until Yirmiyahu gets to the point, until he starts giving his nevuah, his prophecy, we have a few psukim that just seemingly very, 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 very repetitive. These are the words of Yirmiyahu ben Chilkiyahu from the Kohanim that lived in Anosais in the land of Binyamin. And the word of Hashem was to him. Asher hoyad v'Hashem elav. The word of Hashem was to him in the days of Yoshiyahu. Yoshiyahu was the king, the last righteous king. We know that Yoshiyahu, he brought the entire Klal Yisrael to Tshuva. And then it was the days of Yoyakim. Yoyakim was the son of Yoshiyahu, a very, very wicked king. He brought back all the idols to Eretz Yisrael. And there it says, Vayihid v'Hashem Eilailim, and the word of Hashem was to me. Note the difference. In the first pasuk, when we're talking about the period of Yoshiyahu, it was the word of Hashem to him. Now Yirmiyahu talks in first person. The word of Hashem was to me. And then Yirmiyahu further says that I thought that I wouldn't be able to be worthy of this prophecy, but then in Pasuk Tes, I'm skipping a little bit. Yeah, I placed the word, my words, the word of Hashem in your mouth, so that when you speak, you're speaking prophecy. 3 different terms of prophecy. The word of Hashem was to him during the time of Yoshiyahu. The word of Hashem was to me in the time of Yoyakim, and then in the time of Tzidkiyahu, who was the last king, the word of Hashem was in my mouth. Now it seems, in the first glance, it seems that the power of prophecy was going up. The word of Hashem was to him, abstract. The word of Hashem was to me, first person, and then the word of Hashem was in my mouth. Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz in his Pirush Avos Yonasan, he says that really it's the opposite. If you think about it, the word of Hashem to him means it was the pure word prophecy of Hashem. Like he's being detached from it. It has nothing to do with me. It was the word of Hashem came to me. The nevuah, the prophecy was on a very high level, time of Yoshiyahu. And then it says the word of Hashem was to me, time of Yoyakim. And then it says the word of Hashem was in my mouth. So more of me involved in this prophecy, says Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz. And he says like this, pay attention. Yoshiyahu was a very righteous king. At the time of Yoshiyahu, the prophecy was on a high level. The time of Yoyakim, a very wicked king. Chazal say that the nation was still on a level. Yoshiyahu had raised the entire nation to tshuva, so there were people in the nation that were still on the level. But Yoyakim himself was a very evil king. He was a very wicked king. And then in the time of Tzidkiyahu, Tzidkiyahu, said Chazal, was a righteous king. He did have righteousness, but the nation already was completely lost. Yoyakim had done so much damage. There is a third king. Between Yoyakim and Tzidkiyahu, there was Yoyachin, or Yechoniah, but he's not mentioned in these psukim. So we're talking now about Yoshiyahu, Yoyakim, and Tzidkiyahu. So Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz, we learn from here a very important message. We think there's holy people in the nation, and then there's us. One has nothing to do with the other. When we need help, we'll go. When we need some religious instruction, religious advice, so we'll go to the religious person, to the holy person, and he's always holy. He's on his level, and obviously, and it's true, a holy person, a person who learns Torah, and he's involved in mitzvahs, he raises himself above the rest of the nation. But he's limited in his ability to rise if the nation is not behind him. If the nation is on the level, if you have a righteous king and a righteous nation, then the prophecy is on an entire level completely. The nation falls a little bit, the king is not righteous anymore, then the prophecy falls as well. Yirmiyahu Hanavi cannot achieve the same level of prophecy that he did in the time of Yoshiyahu, in the time of Yoyakim. The nation falls even further, says Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz. So then Tzidkiyahu, and then the whole nation is already falling. Tzidkiyahu had a little bit of righteousness, he was a righteous king, but the nation already fell to such a level that the level of the prophecy of Yirmiyahu falls down, that it's in him, it comes from him already. It's more involvement of his personal self in this prophecy. It's already not the pure prophecy, the word of Hashem. Says Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz, after Tzidkiyahu, we don't find any prophecies of Yirmiyahu. The nation was so lost by that time that Yirmiyahu couldn't even have any prophecies, even on the level of the lowest level of Tzidkiyahu, of the Tzidkiyahu's generation. Already after that, Yirmiyahu was not able to give prophecy at all. This is a lesson for us, of course. We have to realize that we not only affect ourselves with our own personal levels of spirituality within ourselves, but as a nation, when we rise, we raise everybody else, and the people who are at the head of our generation, our Chachamim, our Rabbanim, Rosh Yeshivas, our Rabbeim, they're the people that we affect their level as well. The more we raise ourselves in our spiritual levels, we're able to raise their spiritual levels also, and they can reach even higher levels because of our power that we're able to affect them. Good Shabbos. Please don't forget to subscribe. You'll get the video every week by subscribing. Put a like. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos.